Oh, everyone, please adjust your microphones.
Okay.
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 Just
Hello.
maybe slide down in front of it more.
Dearly
It's kind of
beloved,
hard
we're
to
the
because
over
Yeah.
here
they
today.
put these things in like the center of the.
Yeah,
Put you in a bad spot.
we're not redoing it, okay?
Who did these things?
Wow. Great.
I'd like to call the meeting to order. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I got a call from an attorney asking, and I told him I would reverse the public hearings. He may be coming and he may not make it, so we'll do what we can. So our first public hearing will be on local law number 4, 2026, code amendment for the vehicle and traffic stop sign intersections. I need a motion to open the public hearing.
Motion to open?
Okay, seconded by Mr. Rubio. So this is just an amendment to our vehicle and traffic code to include stop signs at Rogers Avenue and Rogers Avenue Extension. It'll become a three-way stop. Whereas currently it was one-way, I think. No stop. Okay. And it's part of the development at the end of that roadway. Anyone from the public wish to speak? And I don't think there is anyone here to speak, so. Okay, that being the case, I need a motion to close the public hearing.
Make a motion.
Second?
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
I forgot that part in the beginning, didn't I? Okay. Our next public hearing is on the special exception, Old Riverhead Road, to have a medical endoscopy facility. It's a special exception according to our code, so I need a motion to open the public hearing.
So moved.
Second,
Second?
all in favor?
Aye.
And once again, we already had this public hearing, no, we didn't have the public hearing. We already accidentally passed the resolution for this without the public hearing, so we're satisfying the process at this point by holding the public hearing now, and then we will pass an amended resolution, which will be legal this time. Anyone have any questions about the special exception?
No?
Okay, that being the case, I need a motion to close the public hearing.
I make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, that concludes our public hearings. So I guess we'll move right into the resolutions. And
I will start.
Deputy Mayor, if you would start, please.
Resolved that the minutes of the Board of Trustees meeting of April 2nd, 2026 and April 15th, 2026 are hereby accepted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Resolved that the police department's building inspectors, treasurers, and justice court's April 2026 reports are hereby accepted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Resolved that the warrants of March 2026 in amount of $417,430.42 for the general fund and $9,699.67 from the capital fund are hereby approved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye. Resolved that the mayor is hereby authorized to execute the renewal of the 2026 Shared Computer Services Agreement with the Town of Southampton at a cost of $24,799.15, which may vary according to the addition or deletion of services during the calendar year from GL account code A1355.4.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Resolved that Thomas Bednerman is hereby appointed chairperson of election inspectors, and Mary Crosser is hereby appointed as election inspector, and each are to perform the official duties of the village general election to be held on Friday, June 19th, 2026, and are to be compensated at a rate of $21 per hour to be funded from GL account A1450.1 Elections Personal Service.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Resolved that the village clerk treasurer is hereby directed to publish and post a notice of public hearing on Thursday, June 4th, 2026 at 5 p.m. at the Village Hall on a proposed local law amendment, Chapter 141, sewers.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Whereas a public hearing was held before the village trustees at the municipal building, 165 Mill Road, West Hampton Beach, New York, on the 7th day of May 2026 to amend Chapter 178 entitled Vehicles and Traffic of the Code and of the Village of West Hampton Beach. And whereas the Building and Zoning Department has found the proposed amendment to be a Type 2 action under 6 NYCRR 617.5 C22 Secra, without the need for further environmental review. Now therefore be it resolved that after due deliberation, the Board of Trustees of the Village of West Hampton Beach hereby adopts the local law as advertised, and be it further resolved, the village clerk is hereby directed to enter said local law in the records of the village and give due notice of the adoption of said local law to the Secretary of State.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Did you want me to read that?
No. There's, that's,
In accordance with the provisions of 178-11, the following described intersections are hereby designated as stop intersections and stop signs.
That's part of that.
that's part of what Kim just
Oh,
read.
got it.
That's the attachment. You do get a long one.
Oh, man, I thought that was
You get
Rob's.
number 8.
I'll do it.
Oh, darn.
I will do
I was
it.
laughing in my head that Rob had to read it.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what I get, I guess.
Yes.
All right.
I'll take a turn if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm happy to also.
So how many pages is that? That's, I can do it.
Okay.
Whereas by special exemption permit, application dated January 21st, 2026, Hampton Endoscopy LLC, the applicant requested a special exemption permit from the Board of Trustees pursuant to Section 197-76 of the Village Code for a medical endoscopy facility at the property located at 68-100 Old Riverhead Road, West Hampton Beach, New York, Suffolk County tax map number 905-02-02-6.003, specifically at 74 Old Riverhead Road. And whereas the property is located in the B2 zoning district and as an outpatient care facility and permitted as special exemption under 197-17 of the code. And whereas the special exemption permit application was subject to the requirements of Article 7 or 8 of the code, and whereas Section 197-76 of the Village Code requires a public hearing, and whereas a public hearing on the application was held before the Board of Trustees on May 7th, 2026. And whereas Section 197-77 of Article 8 of the code requires that the Board of Trustees refer to the application of the Planning Board for its recommendations, and whereas the Planning Board considered the application at its February 26, 2026 meeting and determined the following. The Planning Board at their February 26, 2026 meeting reviewed the above application to change the use of the existing site for a medical endoscopy facility. The Planning Board has no objection to the application, subject to site plan approval. Whereas the application is a Type 2 action under the State Environmental Quality Review Act, SECRA, pursuant to NYCRR Section 617.5 C18, and whereas the Board of Trustees considered the matters set forth in Section 197-80 of Article 8 of the Code. Whereas the Board of Trustees previously approved applicant's request in a resolution dated April 2nd, 2026, which incorrectly recited at the public hearing was held on April 2nd, 2026, and whereas the April 2nd, 2026 resolution is being replaced by this resolution. Now, therefore be it resolved that the applicant's request for a special exemption permit for a medical endoscopy facility at property located at 74 Old Riverhead Road, West Hampton Beach, New York, Suffolk County tax map number 905-02-02-6 2023 is hereby approved. Be it further resolved that in accordance with Section 197-79 of Article 8 of the Code, the Board of Trustees determines that the special exemption use will not prevent the orderly and reasonable use of adjacent properties or of properties in the surrounding area or impair the value thereof. That is, the special exemption use will not prevent the orderly and reasonable use of permitted that the special, where are we? Here we go. Legally established uses in the district wherein the proposed special exemption use is to be located legally or permitted or legally established uses in adjacent districts. That the safety, health, welfare, comfort, convenience, and or order of the village will not be adversely affected by the proposed special exemption use and its location. That the special exemption use will preserve and protect the environment and will be in harmony with and promote the general purposes and intent of this chapter.
Second.
Thank you, Chris. All in favor?
Aye.
Whereas the village has received an application for use of outdoor tables, chairs, benches, music displays for 2026 from Crispy Taco Company LLC, 77 Main Street, and Shock 99-99A Main Street. Whereas after consideration and information supplied by the Suffolk County Department of Health Services, Suffolk County Sewer Agency, and the village building administrator, the Board of Trustees determined the special exception permit should be issued for outdoor seating and tables and music and displays. Consideration was given where there were no incidents or reports filed with the police department or changes concerning said use. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby authorize the placement and the use of outdoor seating, table, outdoor music, and displays as shown in submitted plans, subject to all conditions and plans on file.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby authorizes residential fences to repair the fence and install an additional at Rogers Beach in the amount of $8,555 to be paid out of GL Code A1620.423 repairs Rogers Beach.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
I'll switch, do number 11, you do number 12, because I'm on the towing list, though. I wanted to
Oh,
be comfortable.
and you
I
should
could do,
abstain.
I could do
Yes.
the,
I'm just saying, that's all.
yeah.
Okay.
That's all right, I'm here. We want to do it?
I'll do it. Resolve the Board of Trustees
yeah.
hereby accept a proposal from Rayner Group for the surveying and engineering services for Main Street parking, Beach Lane to Seafield Lane, not to exceed $11,000 to be paid out from Apple 1440.4 Engineering and Survey.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Whereas Chapter 171 Towing of the Code of Village of West Hampton Beach regulates towing businesses within the village, and whereas Chapter 171 requires a permit to conduct a towing business in the village, and whereas Section 171-7 provides that permits issued under Chapter 171 shall be effective from the date of issuance until May 1st in the next calendar year. And whereas the Board of Trustees of the village is reviewing the provisions of Chapter 171 and wishes to extend the existing permits beyond May 1st, 2026, while such reviews is ongoing, that is, until January 1st, 2027. Now, therefore, be resolved that the existing permits issued by the village under Chapter 171 are hereby extended through January 1st, 2027, with no additional fees to any existing permit holder.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And Rob, you going to abstain?
Yes, I'll abstain from that vote.
You'll abstain from that one.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby appoints the attached personnel to the positions at Rogers and Lashley Beaches for the 2026 season to be funded from A7310.100, Beach Managers, A7310.101, Lifeguards, and A7310.103, Beach Attendants, with an increase of $1 per hour and 50 cents per hour for returning lifeguards and beach managers, and 25 cents per hour for returning beach attendants, effective May 23rd, 2026.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby appoints Michael Rowinski as dock master at a rate of $25 per hour and Michael Kelly as assistant dock master at a rate of $19 per hour to be compensated effective May 8th, 2026, to to be funded from A5110-101 Dockmaster.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Resolved that Anthony Suderman, Daniel Bernice, Anthony Arcady, Jamie Brown are hereby appointed as seasonal laborers at a rate of $22.50 in the Department of Public Works to work as assigned to the Public Works Superintendent effective April 15th, 2026, to be funded from GL account number Apple 5110.103 seasonal part-time.
The rate, I should point out, the rate should be amended to $22.50 per hour.
Okay.
So we need the per hour in there. And with the amended wording, we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Resolved that Daniel Myhall, Jason Puglisi, Alexander Bancroft, Andrew Alvarado, Christina Langhorn, and Lucas Semichalis are hereby appointed as seasonal traffic control officers to be compensated at a rate of $23.50 per hour, effective May 15th, 2026, contingent upon the successful completion of final interviews, a background check, and any additional requirements as determined by the Chief of Police. Salaries to be funded from GL account code A3120.109, traffic control officers.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby authorizes the Chief of Police to attend the 2026 New York State Association of Chiefs of Police Annual Training in Lake Placid from May 18th to May 21st, 2026, at a cost for registration, lodging, meals, gas, and tolls not to exceed $1,200 to be paid out of GL account code A3120-415 Training, Conventions, and Publications.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby authorize the clerk treasurer to attend the 2026 NICOM Annual Meeting and Training School in Bolton Landing, New York from May 13th to the 15th, 2026 at a cost not to exceed $1,500 to be paid out of GL account code Apple 1325.420 Training and Education.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I would like to point out that our village clerk is also going to be a trainor, not just a trainee. She's been asked to serve on a
Congratulations.
panel, so congratulations. We have a wise
Wow.
village clerk.
Yes.
Your hair's gonna look like mine.
I couldn't resist.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby authorizes NCD Communications, Inc., NYS OGS contract number PT 68836 to upgrade the security camera system at Village Hall at a cost not to exceed $55,000 to be paid out of the Public Safety Revenue Sharing Fund received from Suffolk County.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Whereas,
We're picking on you tonight, Chris.
was that? I know.
Sva Yilmaz, I guess. I don't know how to pronounce the
Sva?
name either.
Sva Yilmaz, Yes Abdullah Kadir, Manuel Senzone, and Faretin Ozdemir have applied for a vehicle peddling permit to sell ice cream throughout the village pursuant 128-3 of the Village Code. And whereas the police department has reviewed and investigated the applicants and found no criminal history pursuant, and all requested documentation has been supplied. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby authorizes a vehicle peddling permit. Sve Yilmaz, Yis Abduldatir, Manuel Sanzone, and Faretin Ozdemir, effective May 7th, 2026, and expiring on December 31st, 2026.
Second.
As all other conditions in Chapter 128-10 and 128-11 of the Village Code have been met.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Resolved, the Board of Trustees hereby accept the retirement of auto mechanic Joseph Cassione, effective June 27, 2026.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I would like to thank Joe for his service to the village. He has been our auto mechanic since 2010. So, thank you, Joe, and we wish him luck in retirement.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby appoints Adam DiGregorio and Fallon Weeks as part-time police officers effective May 8th, 2026, at an hourly wage of $33.50 pending civil service approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby approves the West Hampton Beach Elementary School use of village property application for Bike to the Beach on June 16th, 2026, and a rain date of June 17th, 2026, from 9:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Swimming will be allowed pending lifeguard availability.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And that brings us to the public comment section. Anyone want to speak?
Look, nobody here.
Okay, that being the case, I would like to adjourn into executive session for discussion of DPW negotiations. So we close the regular session and go into executive session. We'll hold that in my office. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay. I guess I
Sorry.
moved that.
Yeah.
Nobody seconded, but that's,
Second?
we all
Well,
agree.
I'll second.
Okay.
Aye. Aye.
I'll get it right one of these years, you know?